This video is sponsored by Happy Health Plan, our new book, available for pre-order now, out December the 10th.
Welcome! Welcome to our most popular pasta recipe on Instagram. This is one that I came up with back about 2 years ago in Poland. Every time we post on Instagram, it always gets such engagement. Easy to make, perfect, comforting, delicious centerpiece meal. First step, we're gonna roast our veg. So I've preheated the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, which is 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Finely sliced 2 red onions, 3 peppers, 1 aubergine, and finally 1 leek. With the leek, make sure to give it a good clean on the inside because there's often sediment or soil hiding inside it. And make sure to chop the green of the leek. Make sure to spread them out in 2 baking trays. They all have lots of room to roast. Really important part of this recipe is that the veg slightly char around the edge. It just adds a little bit more flavor and makes this dish magnificent. One of the tricks to get them to char is to put a tablespoon of oil in each tray, nice generous pinch of salt, and just really coat each little bit of veg with a little bit of oil and salt. Use your hands, I always love it, and pop them into the oven and bake them for 30 minutes. So while our veg is roasted in the oven, I have 3 components to make. So I'm gonna make a simple tomato sauce, we're gonna boil our pasta, and then we're gonna make a simple bechamel. So first step to make our tomato sauce, I'm slicing up 1 red onion and 3 cloves of garlic nice and finely. I'm taking a wide bottom non-stick pan, putting it on high heat, and putting in 1 tablespoon of oil. Once it's nice and warm, we're gonna add in our sliced onion and garlic. Fry that for about 4 to 5 minutes, just until the garlic starts to kind of golden. We don't want it to go too dark, otherwise it'll add a bitter taste. Add in 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, that's 800 ml, and just give it a bit of a stir. Add in on top of that 1 tablespoon of maple syrup and 1 teaspoon of salt, and give it a nice mix. Reduce the heat to low and just allow it to simmer for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. This will just reduce the sauce, thicken it, and make the flavors concentrate. So I'm just checking in the roasted veg. They're starting to char beautifully. So I'm just giving them a little bit of a stir just to get an even char. This charring is really important part of our flavor development for our sauce. So give them another 10 minutes. So it'll be 30 minutes in total at 200 degrees Celsius or 392 Fahrenheit. So while our tomato sauce is reducing, I'm gonna boil our pasta. So we've got 500 ml of wholemeal pasta. The reason why I'm using wholemeal or brown is just that it's higher in fiber and that little bit healthier. While that's boiling, I'm gonna make my bechamel. Into a small saucepan, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of olive oil and just sieving in or sifting in 3 tablespoons of white flour. Use gluten-free if you're celiac. Whisk that together and add in a nice generous pinch of salt. We have that on a medium heat and I'm just gonna cook that for about 1 to 2 minutes. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cook off that raw flour taste. This is called a roux and this is gonna thicken our sauce. So once this is kind of cooked off for about 1 to 2 minutes and just looks like this, I'm gonna slowly add in our oat milk. So I've got 500 ml of oat milk. You could use rice milk, soy milk, whatever type of milk you want, and just slowly whisk it and try to incorporate it all together. We're gonna bring that to the boil, reduce it to a medium heat, and just allow it to cook until it thickens, until a nice creamy sauce just like this. So our bechamel is done. It's nice and creamy and lovely and juicy. I'm just gonna season that to taste by adding salt and black pepper and drain and rinse our pasta, and then we're ready to put this dish together. So I'm just taking my roasted veg out of the oven. Don't worry if it does look a little charred or you might even go burnt. That's huge flavor. And that's gonna, anyway, when that soak up in the tomato sauce, it's gonna kind of almost rehydrate again. So we're gonna add in our roasted veg into our tomato sauce and mix it really well. Add our pasta into our casserole dish and pour in our tomato and veg sauce. Really give it a good mix to ensure it's thoroughly mixed. And finally, we're gonna pour over our creamy white sauce across the top. Oh, this looks magic. Okay, we've preheated our oven again, same temperature. We're gonna bake it for about 10-15 minutes just until it crisps up and all the flavors harmonize and come together. So pasta's been in the oven for about 10-15 minutes. Smells amazing. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Creamy, crispy, charred. I really think a pasta bake is a seriously underrated dish. Like, I love when the pasta starts going slightly crispy like that around the edges. And the beautiful thing about this is you're just getting such contrasting texture. You're getting slightly crispy pasta, charred veg, this rich tomato sauce, and some creamy bit in the top. Okay, nothing left to do but get stuck in. This is magic. This is exciting. This is hot. It just tastes like I want to just put on my swimming hat and go, dive right in. That's beautiful. That's so comforting. It's a perfect winter, summer celebration dish, magic lunch, magic dinner. Probably even make a good brekkie too. Hope you enjoy this as much as we do. This is fabulous. We do have a new book out and we'd really love you to support it. Link down below to pre-order. Thanks for watching. Cheers.